Well, it was a joint position, so it took into account a number of factors, including just how aggravating this case was. The facts were, quite frankly, horrendous. My client had no recollection of what he did because of the consumption of alcohol. However, the evidence at about the time of the incident was quite clear in terms of him having the requisite intent for murder. So, you know, there's something about his psyche coupled with alcohol that potentially causes him to act out in a way that he did on this particular night, and obviously that's something that he needs to address in the future, and I think he has insight into that to the extent that he can address it, and he'll be assisted with that through programs at the federal penitentiary.
Now, the judge expressed some concerns about his guilty plea. How do you reconcile that?
Well, they weren't concerns. They were she needed additional information. She was not the judge who was involved with the pretrial motions where the evidence came out regarding his behavior and his evidence of his state of mind shortly after the incident. So she needed to be provided with that evidence because he had no recollection of what happened. You know, if the matter would have gone to trial, this evidence would have came out. He would not have been able to provide evidence to the contrary because he had no recollection of what he did. So that was the evidence that you know, made out second-degree murder, and she just needed to be provided with that, and she was. And the sentencing hearing proceeded as they normally do afterwards.